2, 1.
Now let me hear you say, now tell 'em I'm unashamed. I'm unashamed. I'm unashamed. I'm unashamed.
Hello, my name is Robbie. On here I am Templar Knight. Every person who believes in God but does not attend a church has a story why. But it is said that whenever 2 or more people gather in God's name, that He is there. So this is church. Welcome. I'm glad that you're here. Romans 1:16. For I am unashamed of the gospel, because it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes. The series we are going through doing lessons based off of songs by a group called the 116 Click. Musicians who were instrumental in forming my faith when I was growing up. You know, YouTube is, I've been real happy with YouTube lately. For those of you who spend much time on YouTube, over the past few weeks, they have forced us to turn off ad blockers. I know, right? We have to watch commercials now. They figured out a way to make it to where if you do not turn off your ad blocker, you can't watch YouTube anymore. And for some reason, I just can't wrap my head around it. It just bothers me so much. I grew up in a day when you had to take 4-minute breaks for ads between your TV shows. But now sitting and waiting 5 seconds to click the skip button just irritates me. And now there's all these little ads that pop up like they're videos and links and thumbnails, and I don't like it. I used an ad blocker for a reason. It's like now there is just so much clickbait that shows up. And half the time it's phenomenally misleading. Like, you'll sit there and you'll read the title, and then in the picture, there's some fancy car, because apparently YouTube thinks I like cars. I don't know where they got that idea. But apparently, my ads keep trying to sell me cars. But if I click on the link, it has nothing to do with it. It flusters me. I've learned, don't click on anything that says ad, because it's wrong, it's misleading, it's not what you want it to be. And I hope YouTube figures it out so I can turn my ad blocker back on and just watch what I wanted to see. But it really got me thinking, because, you know, as I was saying, as a kid, we used to watch, for a half hour of show, we had to watch 8 minutes of advertising. That's why most TV shows, they're done in 22-minute sections or 48-minute sections. But if it was supposed to be an hour or a half hour long, that's how much time is dedicated to advertising on TV. I don't have TV. I haven't seen television in years. But there are so many ads out there. Everyone is out there trying to sell me their product. Trying to get me to click on their link to go to their website so I can see the ads that are there. Because it's all about getting me to see something in exchange for money. And it's hard to wrap my head around sometimes. I actually saw one link that I clicked on it. It was 25 of the cutest puppy videos. I'm like, ooh, I want to watch a video or a bunch of cute puppy videos. I love silly animal vids. I know, I'm an old man. But as I wanted to scroll through and watch these, all these little ads kept popping up on the site. And it got to the point where I couldn't even navigate the site anymore because there was so much stuff there trying to force me to... I digress. Ads are a problem. I don't like ads. And as I was thinking about that today, it kind of clicked. Got me thinking, what if I had an ad? I mean, not like for my YouTube, not for Twitch, not for what I'm doing. What if me, myself? What if someone could see a link that they could click on and would show them a quick 30-second show of who I am? Well, what do I want my ad to be? What do I want to show people? How can I say, this is me in 30 seconds? And it really got me thinking about that. Well, what really got my attention was just like that website with the cute puppy videos. What things am I advertising? What ads are running on my page? So I got to thinking, what would I say? Okay, there would be ads for computer stuff. There'd be ads for video games, for cool cars, for D&D, for dice. Ads for music, for that old school Christian hip hop, for... What about my ad on my site for God? How am I showing people my faith? Because people know what type of games I like. Because I tell them, I let them know, I show them. They know what type of music I listen to. Because I tell them, I show them. They know what type of vehicles I'm interested in. Because I tell them. And I show them. But where on my site is God? Where is my faith? How many people even know it's there? Do you have to scroll all the way down to the bottom to the fine print to say, oh, and this person's a Christian? Or is it right up the first thing you say? You see it, you click on big bold letters. This guy has faith. This is what he believes. Want to know more? Click here. Am I pushing forth my ads, the things that I stand for, the things I represent? Who's on the top of the page? What am I trying to display more of? More importantly, how accurate am I being about this? Because if I've got my little website that says everything about me, and the ads that I'm running, the things that I'm pushing that I hope people know, that I hope they can learn from me, what if I'm just clickbait? What if I have a misleading thumbnail? Trying to just get people here so they can see, and then, oh, this isn't what I thought it was. Or am I actually portraying who I am? Am I actually portraying my faith properly, showing people God's love the way it truly is? Letting people see my passion for old school JDM cars, how much I love my Christian hip-hop? Or am I just trying to do something to draw people in, to make them think I'm cool, to get them to like me? Because it's all about those likes nowadays. Like and subscribe, share, comment. What would I do if I was in a position where I thought that telling people I was a Christian would hurt my image? What if I was ashamed of it. If I was around some new people and I wanted to leave a good first impression, so I kind of pointed out the things we have in common. I changed the titles a little bit. I moved some of the images around because, I'm going to pull the old bait and switch. I'm going to be a person that these people like and want to be around. I'm going to show them my fun side, my goofy side. I'm going to show them that time I threw the pizza. Because that was funny. That was likable. And then once they're comfortable with me, then I'll bring up the God thing. Is that really how I want to show people my faith? Is that really how I want to represent my Lord? When people look at you, when people are first getting to know you, what do you want them to see? What do you want them to know? What are the most important things in your lives? What matters the most to you? And are you willing to stand up for it? What if some people showed up, came to my website, and they're real big into country music? I'm not. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not for me. Am I just going to put aside my own musical preference because there's new people here and I want them to like me? Or am I going to be myself? Show these people who I really am and say, hey, we have some differences, but that's okay. We're allowed to be different. You're allowed to have things about you that I don't like. And I'm allowed to have things about me that you may not agree with either. Sometimes that might break the deal. But is it more important to stand up for what you believe in, or to be accepted and liked? I'm a grown man now. When I ask myself that question, I'm thinking, no, I'm going to be me. When I was in high school, being liked mattered. I wanted to fit in. But it turns out that no matter how hard I tried to be someone that everyone would like, eventually they'd get to know me. And it turns out that the people I wanted to like me, not the type of people that I needed to like me. So often enough, I would compromise who I was to try and fit in. Almost kind of foolish. They say hindsight's 20/20. Looking back at that now, there's things I wish I could have changed. But I learned. See, I can't compromise who I am just to fit in. You can't try and be someone you're not just to try and find a place to belong. And if God is truly important to you, you can't hide Him. Is it worth it to gain 100 friends but have to hide your faith to do it? Would it be worth it to gain the world if it only cost you your soul? That's not my quote. I heard that in a song by KJ52, Christian rapper. And I'm sure he probably heard it from someone else. Is it worth it to compromise? Or would you rather stand up for what you believe? Would you rather be that person who says, yeah, this is who I am. This is me. We may be different. We may disagree on things. And I'm okay with that. We can still be friends. But this is who I am. And if you can't accept that, then I'm sorry. If there was one thing I could do to show people God's love, if I knew a way, because to me that's the most important thing, to know that God loves you, that God loves me, that He loves everyone. You know, I say that all the time. I always say God loves you and He'll always be there for you. I end every stream with that. But I want to show you in the Bible where it says just how much He loves you. See, the Apostle Paul, he wrote a letter to the Ephesians. And in chapter 5, verse 1 and 2, this is what he asked them to do. He says, watch what God does, and then you do it. Like children who learn proper behavior from their parents. Most of what God does is love you. Keep company with Him and learn a life of love. Observe how Christ loved us. His love was not cautious, but extravagant. He didn't love us in order to get something from us, but to give everything of Himself to us. And then He ends it with saying, love like that. This day and age, we are always taught to be cautious with our love. Be careful. But that's not what Christ did. He didn't love us in order to get something from us. Christ doesn't love us in hopes that if he shows us love, we'll be good little Christians and serve him and follow the Lord. And that's not why he loves us. He doesn't love us to get anything from us. He loves us so much that he would give everything for us. I want a love like that. See, me, I'm a damaged and broken man. Sometimes I feel like I'm just hanging on by a string. But God loves me anyways. I don't have to be perfect for God's love. Despite how much I try and push him away, he still loves me. And he loves you. Despite how much you try and push him away. Despite how imperfect you are. Even when you are damaged and broken and barely hanging on by a string, God still loves you. So why hide that? We should stand out in a crowd and show people our faith. Not because we're perfect or we think that we're better than they are, but because we're not perfect. Because we're no better than anyone else, Christians or sinners, forgiven or not. He still loves us. All of us. Why is it not more important to us to share that? To let people know? Why do we hide that? Why is that not one of the first things people get to know when they get to know us? Don't be a Christian by trying to show everyone how great you are. Be a Christian by trying to show the world how much God loves them. How much God loves you. And to the guy staring back at the monitor, how much God loves me too.
Now let me hear you say